Hey guys, Jeremy here from School of Wok. Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey everyone. Hey guys, Jeremy here from School of Wok, Covent Garden. It's Saturday special, and this week we've had a request from one of our Brazilian fans, Luis, who has asked us to do a shout out to all those out in China who are actually having a really hard time at the moment. We were actually supposed to go out to Hong Kong only last week, but everything that's going on with the coronavirus and Wuhan has been really difficult for not just ourselves, but the whole community. So this one is to bring the Chinese community some love. I'm gonna make a Wuhan dish. It's called Gan Mein, really popular in Wuhan itself. And it's called essentially hot, dry noodles. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set it up, almost like I'm in Wuhan in the street stores, and very popular out there. So almost every other store would be sort of hot dry noodle store. So I'm going to do really finely chopped garlic to start. Now this garlic's going to go in raw, so I want it to be nice and fine. And you don't need to use excessive amounts if you don't want to. Some spring onion, just nice fine rings of spring onion. And you'd usually have all these things just set up, ready to go, and when you order your noodles, you then just get asked what you want on top of your noodles, and it's always very simple ingredients. Outside of all these sort of garnishy sort of ingredients, you've got pickles, which I'm going to come to next. So this stuff here is a preserved mustard green, which you can buy in sort of ready preserved packets or sachets in a Chinese or Asian supermarket. Go to those shops, guys. Their trade is really struggling right now, and for no reason at all. This is all going to sort of layer on top of the noodles when we're ready. We've actually got some pickled long green beans here. So these have been pickling for a few days now. Very easy to do, or you can buy them if you're out in Asia, but here not so much. And these long green beans, what you want to do is just pickle them with some rice vinegar. So white rice vinegar works really well. So we've just put some rice vinegar in here, salt and sugar, water, and then top it up with whatever flavour you want. We've got some cardamom here, some Sichuan peppercorns, garlic cloves sliced up. And then just make sure it's in a seal-tight container. Again, I'm going to go for the crunch of the long bean, but also that sourness from the pickling liquid. So not too fine. You want to be able to feel that texture. Really simple cooking. And before all this fiasco, Wuhan was a great place for lots of tourists to go and enjoy the fantastic food. Long may it prosper. So, my pickled green beans, my fermented mustard greens there as well, ready. And then all I have to do is make up a sauce, blanch my noodles, and then this dish is pretty much ready. The sauce, it kind of goes in two parts here. I'm going to start with the sesame paste sauce. It's kind of like a dan noodles here. So, I'm going to go for 2 to 3 tablespoons of sesame paste. A whole load of sesame oil. Just going to mix into that. That thins out that sesame paste. You can see the texture of that now. And then we've got about a tablespoon of light soy. For saltiness, and then for colour, about 1.5 teaspoons of dark soy, and that should just deepen the colour of this sauce. Looking good so far, nice texture. We're going to balance the flavour out with roughly a teaspoon of sugar. I'm going to actually soak or boil the noodles in some chicken stock, you can just do it in boiling water. But if you want to thin this sauce out at all, you can use some of that stock as well. Now the only sauces that I've left behind are actually this Sichuan style chili oil that I've made in one of our other videos, which will go really well with this dish, and some black rice vinegar, which I'll put in very last, but it's literally like half a teaspoon of black rice vinegar. It just sort of lifts the sauce. It doesn't come out sour like vinegar usually does. So noodles into your chicken stock. You don't need long at all. It should take about 1 to 2 minutes, no more. Bring that to a boil. These are alkaline noodles, so the yellow color of the noodles comes out from alkali solution, or this lye water, rather than egg noodles. So these noodles don't take long at all. After a couple of minutes, you're gonna grab them out, straight out into the bowl. You can run a little bit of sesame oil through that just so they don't stick. And that will work nicely with that sesame sauce as well. And the rest is really easy. So this sauce here, that mixture, is a little bit thick for my liking. So I'm going to take a bit of that chicken stock to thin it out. Much better texture there. So you want to pour this over the top of the noodles. And this is to be mixed in afterwards anyway, so go generous. This is where all the flavour is. Then you've got your pickled veg and your mustard greens. Again, very rough and ready, just like on the streets of China. Garlic, it'll all get mixed in. Spring onion. Then woo! And I'm going to go quite generous with some coriander. Over the top of that as well. And then last but not least, my Sichuan style chili oil over the top of that. Get a good bit of that oil in there as well. Whoa, I'm getting excited. And your black vinegar, just a little drizzle over the top. And within about 10 minutes, you've got your Gan Mein ready to go. So the idea with this dish is that you really sort of mix all that sauce into the noodles and get everything mixed together. Oh, my stomach is grumbling just by the sight of this mixing. So you can see it's nice and hot still. That is delicious. It is so Moorish. And that little tint of black vinegar at the end really changes the dish completely. There's slight tartness, and that aromatic, earthy flavour. I'm pretty sure you guys know by now, if you are true followers, that if I just continue to eat the dish, it really is delicious. If you're hungry, or always hungry just like me, and you want to show the Chinese community some love, cook yourself some Wuhan inspired hot dry noodles. You won't regret it. Don't forget guys, subscribe to our channel and like everything you see School of Wok style.